Good morning. I am Norodin Angod, and I will present to you my research entitled "Design and Fabrication of Safety Helmet Using 3D Printing." Okay. So before that, uh, let's tackle the outline of this presentation. So background of the study, objectives, literature map, conceptual framework, methodology, conclusion, project capabilities, and limitation, and lastly, the recommendation. So first, the background of the study. So urbanization necessitates the building of a significant number of facilities, construction sites, safeties receiving more public attention than ever before. The usage of personal protective equipment can avert many accidents. Uh, Safety helmets are one of the most effective PPEs for protecting works from falling items, and they are required to be worn on construction sites all over the globe. However, due of discomfort and a lack of safety knowledge, safety helmets are frequently discarded. As a result, ensuring that personnel are wearing their safety helmets properly is critical for their safety and may help to enhance safety management. So, according to Hankey, stated in 2022 that on construction sites, safety helmets can successfully safeguard employee safety. However, employees frequently remove their helmets due to a lack of security awareness and discomfort, exposing them to concealed threats. Workers who do not wear safety helmets are more likely to be injured in incidents involving falling human bodies and vertical falling materials. As a result, detecting safety helmet use is an important part of construction site safety management, and a high-speed, high-accuracy safety helmet detector is urgently needed. Traditional manual monitoring, on the other hand, is time-consuming, and methods for mounting sensors on safety helmets are difficult to popularize. These results indicate that it is very important to manage the wearing of safety helmets which can protect the heads of workers, as there is a high possibility that the head will be the body part that first impacts the ground in a fall accident. When safety helmets are properly worn, they provide shock absorption, which reduces the force transmitted to the head of the wearer upon object impact to less than 10%, thus enhancing workers' safety. Aside from falls, helmets also reduce the danger from accidents involving falling objects, flying objects, impacts, or what do you call this, electrical shocks, and so on. Therefore, numerous institutional and technical studies have been conducted on increasing validity and accuracy when determining whether or not safety helmets are being worn properly. We all know that helmets have long been employed as a main type of protection, shielding the head from weapon hits and other form of penetration. Thus, the primary role of the helmet was to reduce brain damage, mostly in warfare. So therefore, the researcher came up to a concept and conducted a study in developing a design of safety helmet using three-dimensional printing. Having the knowledge in Fusion 360, it is attainable to design and fabricate a safety helmet using 3D printing which made up of polycarbonate filament. The contribution of the study is much cost efficient as compared to the standard safety helmet in the market. So let's proceed to the statement of the problem. So the main purpose of this study is to design and fabricate a polycarbonate safety helmet using 3D printing. So the researcher will create a further design to establish a good and cost-efficient safety helmet. However, the other components and materials used to create the design and the safety helmet serve as one of the problems and the overall performance of the device if it is efficient to use in some construction site. So the objectives are to design a safety helmet made up of polycarbonate using 3D print. Second one is to test and identify if it is efficient to use. Lastly, to identify its sturdiness if it is good and safe to use. So this is the literature map. Uh, so the first is The title, Design of Safety Helmet Using 3D Printing. So, I gathered some information by gathering related literature. So, for use of 3D printing in PPE, so there are four case study. The first one is J.M. Jefferson and Patanashetti. The second one is H. Lee, R.I. Ayom and Y. Lee, the entitled Evaluation of the Mechanical Properties of Porous Thermoplastic Polyurethane. And the third one is the authors are M. Irfan, Haq et al. So the case study titled 3D Printing for Development of Medical Equipment Amidst Coronavirus. And lastly, uh, according to Halem and M. Jabaid, entitled 3D Printed Medical Parts with Different Materials Using Additive Manufacturing. So for the information about 3D printing, so there are three authors. So these are R. Singh, G. Y. Lee, and his teammates, and lastly, T. D. Ngo and Kashani G. Imbalzano. And lastly, for the equipment developed from polycarbonate, so there are two. These are J. Cottrell, or they are J. T. Cantrell and S. J. Park et al. So let's proceed to conceptual framework. So this is my prototype design made by Fusion 360, measured 23 by 29 by 25 centimeters. So for the methodology, this I will present to you the flowchart of how the helmet generates using Fusion 360. So this is the flowchart process of the helmet using Fusion 360. So first one is design of the actual safety helmet. Uh, Second one is selection of materials to be used. Third one is putting the actual design using Fusion 360. And after that, setting the size of the helmet in accordance with the standard size of the helmet in the market. So after you design uh, the equipment by the use of Fusion 360, you can now save the file as STL or standard tessellation language. So after that, you can importing the STL file into Slicer software, and then save the G code to your computer or SD card. After that, you can now send to the print utility and generate the actual design of the helmet. So this is my conclusion of my research. So the researchers' study is very beneficial to those who are working at some construction site, most especially those engineers, since the helmet is made up of polycarbonate that is cost efficient as compared to the standard helmet in the market. It can potentially be a big help to the company of some infrastructure since the helmet is very affordable. Consumers can also own quality product at affordable prices. Price promotion is not done continuously. It is as product introduction and will help to the original price but still at an affordable price. So this is the recommendation of my research for those future researcher. So the following recommendations are advised to make progress of the project design of the safety helmet made up of polycarbonate using 3D printing. So the first one is the fabrication of the equipment through the use of Fusion 360 since the researcher proposed the design and the material used. So the lastly, think another safety equipment that is made by the 3D printing. So thank you.